what we went through in practice, exactly what our scout team did. There was nothing new that we hadn't covered.
Talk a little bit about Byron Marshall, that freshman. He got some nice runs in there. Talk about his game.
He's a solid kid. He's a great football player. He makes plays. His stiff arm is amazing. But more than a football player, he's a good kid. He's a good individual.
It just so happened that he did. And
Marcus Kenyon over 400 yards rushing. I mean, from your perspective behind the line of scrimmage, what were you seeing?
Just our offensive line doing their job. Creating holes, creating gaps for us to run through. And, when you have an offensive line creating holes like that, it's easy to do your job as a running back.
There was talk about Marcus Mariota, the redshirt freshman coming out in real first road test. Do you feel like
we just focus on the fundamentals and focus on...
Say again, I'm sorry to hear you.
How do you think he reacted to his first real road test?
The sky's the limit.
Reacted how we expected him to. I said it before, I'll keep saying it. Marcus is he's a man inside a kid's body. His demeanor and his attitude and how he carries himself. I knew this wouldn't get to him, and he's proven that throughout his entire time here at Oregon. He's just a calm, cool, collective guy, and I don't think there's not too much that'll rattle that kid.
When did you guys know you couldn't run the football so well?
Just from our week in practice. We had a great week in practice. Our scout team gave us a great look. Basically did exactly what their defense are doing. Through practice we were able to see gaps and watching other teams play against them, just kind of see what we would be able to capitalize on, and we were able to do that tonight.
When did that express itself in this game? When did you see it?
That's really after
first quarter?
Yep, the first quarter, yeah. From the start of the game, they have very active guys and guys that want to make tackles because they're so active. A lot of times they tend to over-pursue on plays that they shouldn't. So you see those things and you capitalize on them, and we're able to do that.
Did you see he's a monster.
Yeah.
He does a good job of just...
that's what happens when you try and get to the ball. Sometimes you miss your gap, and we were able to capitalize on it, like I said.
I think we asked you before about playing in a hostile, hot, crazy environment, and the fans tonight, I'm sorry, they were out of control at the beginning of the game. Do you thrive off that kind of challenge?
Absolutely. You come into somebody else's house, you know it's going to be tough. The crowd's going to be crazy. The energy's going to be crazy. And as a competitor, you want to max them at whatever intensity come with. You want to max them. You want to max the crowd. You want to max everything. And if you're a true competitor, you live for situations like this.
The Marcus Mariota catch from Brian Bennett was trending immediately. From your perspective, take us through that.
I don't even know what happened. I thought Brian was sacked, and all of a sudden I see the ball come out. Touchdown. I can't really explain too much more. I was just kind of in shock.
You had such a big game today, but it's the guys around you that help you out that we always aren't paying attention to. Can you kind of speak to that?
Yeah, so I say everything starts with the guys up front. If the guys up front don't do their job, this offense doesn't go. And because our offensive line does such a great job of picking up blitzes, blocking downfield, we're able to make big things happen. So a lot of the credit needs to go to the offensive line and our receivers who block extremely well downfield, but they don't get the credit that they deserve.
I guess so. I think